Things are running a bit behind, so I am just doing a walk this morning. I'm going to give you a code word to put into the comments once the live is done, and that will be one of 2 giveaways that I will do next Sunday. It was raining and storming last night. It is a fairly cool, bright, sunny morning this morning, so. And earliest person I can see in the chat is Chris Capoon, and then followed by Runa International, Lockpicking Engineer, Dinglehopper, Ronald, Donna Reed, I am Zaxxon, Doctor Who, New House Lock and Key, Tripwire from Straight Up Metal Detecting, Digging with Deej. Oh, this is about a block and a half from the house I live in. And we are approaching the lake, which is 5 Island Lake. BC Treasure Trails has joined us. When this video is finished, and you can make a comment down below, down in the comment section, you can put in hashtag summer heat. Now, I know for Lockpicking Engineer, it's in the middle of the winter for you, and you're approaching spring. We're doing just the opposite in the Northern Hemisphere, so. Mike Wolf is here. You can tell summer is still in full swing until people start pulling their docks out of the water. Morning. Not summer cheat, summer heat. Unless you feel that I'm cheating you by giving you 2 giveaways next week and none this week. In which case, I guess it would be a summer cheat, but it is summer heat. You will notice the number of private docks that are set up in this town. Up until a few years ago, everything in city limits, the lakefront property was all owned by the city, and the landowners were given an easement to put in their docks and have lake access around here. And then a group of landowners sued the city, saying, no, the original town layout had the properties stretching all the way to the lake. And so now the private properties stretch all the way out to the lake. There's a few more docks out there, and a lot more private property. Of course, that has the downside for the property owner is they no longer have lake view properties for tax assessments, but like front properties, for some people that doubled their taxes. So Tom Riley is here. Homestead Hunter. I put out a short video on Friday, sort of an intro and then a wrap up. Introduced a friend to magnet fishing. We had a good time. Found a fair amount of stuff from the dock, and then we checked out a few other local docks yesterday, and she got a taste of what it's like to check out 3 or 4 locations and find next to nothing. So, but she's still into it, so. How much do the magnets cost? Well, I think you can get a Brute Magnetics at around 300-pound magnet, which is a pretty small magnet, for around $30. And you can go all the way up to some of the pricier ones, but you can get in there pretty low. I would definitely stay with a name brand rather than the cheapo Amazon stuff. You know, Brute Magnetics, Rogue Magnetics. Kratos, some of the well-known name brands. Sand looks really lumpy. They went through here with a tractor with a chain behind it to shift things around on Friday or Thursday, and then it's been raining, so. Yeah, dumping things is definitely not a new thing, whether accidental or on purpose. I wanted to move away from the public dock because there's somebody out there fishing, and people like quiet when they go fishing. I could be detecting, and it wouldn't be like the last time I went detecting there. Last time it was all just, you know, dog shit and cigarette butts, but they shifted all that around. Now I'll run into it when I go digging. I might do that later, I don't know. Depends on how the day shapes up. Nope, the fish can't understand what you're saying, G-Key Man. And if I'm confusing anyone about talking to someone that you don't see, it's not voices in my head, at least not yet. It's people on cut between Starrylock and Starry's Lost and Found. He said the S word. Seemed to be not on the inside joke there, Chris. Is the S word Starry? Or is the S word something else? Banshee Mining has joined us. Nailed it detecting. For those who have just joined, when the video live is finished, you can, in the comments down below, after the video is finished, you can put in hashtag summer, as in the summer season, summer heat, one word. And not summer cheat, as I am Zaxxon used as an example. Oh, dog S. Okay. Yeah. It looks all clean now. Nailed It Detecting is here, and Evil Arch Conservative has arrived and has, I think, listed everybody that's on the Starrylock channel. Whispers in the Dirt. Little Dirt Diggers. And Homestead Hunter let everyone know that they have subbed to a bunch of you that they weren't subbed to before. That's part of the purpose of getting together, and why I tried to make all of you moderators, is so that you can easily do that. And you can see some of the lake and the beautiful town I live in. And hopefully in a few weeks, I might get access to a vehicle so I can visit some of the small towns in my area again. But we'll just have to wait and see. It can get lively at times, but it is a very peaceful park this morning. They hold various concerts in the park here. Next week is only supposed to be in the 70s or low 80s, so hopefully I can get out here and do some detecting. It has a sizable tot lot and has the beach down on that side and a beach volleyball, basketball, 2 basketball courts, so, you know, and a lot of lawn that people attend festivals and music gatherings and things like that. I am Zaxxon is being kind enough to share the links to people's channels, so you can go and check them out. Whether you call them subs, U-boats, or you're off to pollinate their channel, as APP would say. Down below in the comments, not in the comments, down below in my description, you will see the links. I had not gotten a notice of Monardo Rob's live this morning, so I'm not sure if he's not doing one or if YouTube's up to its failing to give notification tricks. So I don't have a link for him. I did not see Liz's at DiggingCanuck's live either. So, but I do have a link down there for marlin and tripwires, and occasionally auroras live at MAERvideo. And there is a link for Guido's live, which will start shortly before Marlin's ends. So, yep, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central, 8:30 Pacific. This gives you an idea how long this park has been here. The park was given to the city on September 10th, 1917 by Elizabeth Corey Soper, hence it being called Soper Park, in memory of her husband of 50 years, Captain E.B. Soper, 1841 to 1917, to be used as a public park devoted to the children as a playground. And then this stone dates from 2003 as a memoriam. And nailed it detecting is Chad and the husband of the great Ohio metal maven. I had never made a connection there, but well, welcome, Chad. And Lowell Forbes is here on the Starrylock side. And I don't think I've called out lockpicking, so. And Evil Large Conservatives over on the Starry's Lost and Found channel calling everyone out now. This town was primarily at first mostly Irish and some Scottish settlers, and then there was a second wave of settlement which was mostly Germans, which is why there's 4 different Lutheran churches in town. And Digger X has joined us. This one here is Bethany Lutheran, built 1949. And then following that, heading toward downtown, we will hit the United Methodist Church. There had been a quilt store downtown, and that became, we changed who was renting the space, and it's now Spirit Nest. I have not been in there to know what Spirit Nest is. We have our optometrist and a new quilt store called Clover Creative. I don't remember. I'll head over there. For those who were not here earlier, when the video is finished, come back and leave a comment with the words #summer heat, and you will be entered into one of the 2 giveaways I'll do next Sunday. give away some stickers from various channels in the primarily the Treasure Fam community, as that's mostly what I have for stickers. It's a Clover Cottage Quilting and More. This had been a hair salon for 4 or 5 years. I think it was Royal Salon. This building here did not used to have a drive-through. This used to be an antique store for 2 or 3 decades. And then they opened up a pizzeria here just as COVID got started. So sounds like there's enough pumps running down that way. It's going to be kind of noisy. And I slightly misquoted this building over here is where the previous quilt store from a different owner was. It is now the Free Spirit Nest. That sounds different than Spirit Nest. Here's what it used to be. It used to be the Main Street Memories Mall. And it is now Mama Nellie's Pizzeria, which apparently is closed today. Well, right over here used to be Wigdall's Hardware. For the last 5 or 6 years, it has been the Cornerstone Pub, Bar and Grill. So there you go, Doctor Who. Right off the bat, I answer your question. And it's not the only pub and bar we have in town. So if you don't like the Cornerstone, they have some decent sandwiches. This is our Ben Franklin's for ages. I think that tarp, which at one time would have rolled out and looks torn and weather worn, was original to the Ben Franklin's. I've never seen this place open. I'm not sure if they're still in business or only open by appointment or... Definitely a lot of old signage. And Jersey Ray Diggs, Rachel has joined us this morning over on Starry's Lost and Found. Right, there is one of the better restaurants in this town, Don Jose's. If you like Mexican food, it's definitely your place to go. Deja Brew is our local coffee shop and lunch place. It's pretty much open early in the morning until, I think, 7 in the morning until shortly after lunch. I got mixed reviews from friends that like coffee, so I don't know. Salon. Realty. This used to be way before my time living here. a bank. It is now Irish Gifts, which it has been as far back as I know, which calls itself the St. Pat's headquarters. And then if you like Chinese, Samhain is a really good Chinese restaurant, I should say. You know, your American Chinese blend. I don't know if there's how many authentic Chinese restaurants there are in America, because you got to accommodate the majority of the people eating there. We have Ameritrade and The Office, which is the name of a bar. So when you are down there, you can say, "Oh well, I'm at the office." As opposed to near Drake University down in Des Moines, where they have a bar called The Library. So that kids attending college can tell their parents they were at the library. This is our courthouse square, which you might have seen previously. Chaz 73 channel, well worth checking out if you like seeing some English countryside. And she has a lot of other stuff too. On the back side of this is Palo Alto County Courthouse. On its backside, we'll look to see what the sheriff's office is up to. If you look back at my history, you'll see the sheriff's office being torn down in various stages because they got a bond issue passed because they had to update the jail or pay for housing costs to take everybody to neighboring counties' jail facilities. So they got a bond issue and tore down the old jail, which dated from 1900, in favor of a brand new jail. Oh, that might be Doctor Who's choice right there. You don't have to wait for Cornerstone to open. Bad Manners is already open. It opens up at 8 a.m. every day of the week. Their flashing sign pushes the air conditioning they have when it's hot out. These have never been a business. They might be used for storage. I don't know. There's people who park next to them, but nobody's ever used it to my knowledge while I've lived here. So, and that is the old light and power plant that is now the general purpose center. It's also called the senior center. And of course, there is originally the Carnegie Library. When they opened up the community center, they moved the city library out there and then put this up for sale. And Iowa State University opened it up as an agricultural extension office. If I had money when that went up for sale, I would have loved to own the old Carnegie Library. And there is the current status of the new sheriff's office. They have a ways to go, but they have the foundation down. And not all of those pipes can be sewers, so I'm not really sure what all of the pipes are for. The galvanized metal ones are, or it looks like galvanized metal from here, I don't know. So it looks like conduit. Maybe it's plastic, I don't know. Not close enough to tell. And Ficus and Toast has joined us. Sidewalk used to come around this way, but that all got torn up with the sheriff's office. Of course, all the ramps and such were for accessibility that Iowa State put up. And it's part of the reason why they moved to the library was accessibility. Because of course this library is old enough that in 1912 they certainly didn't think about wheelchair accessibility. And Carnegie Gift, 1912. Used to have windows down for the basement. Would have made the basement pretty well lit, but well lit by natural light. And you can see the library sign. Up above that, there's stonework about an open book. And then a circle over here says AD, and the one over here says 1912, which is the same date that's on the cornerstone. Corresponds nicely. And this was the city hall when it was first built in 1895. It has never been open as the House of Dolls. I'm not even sure exactly what the House of Dolls was, because that all dates and was closed well before I moved to town. So, and the friends I have that grew up in this town don't even know for certain what it was. So I have different answers. One of them told me it was a doll museum, and another said it was a restaurant. So I don't know. Evil Arch Conservative says they have a Carnegie Library in Indianapolis. A lot of towns got Carnegie libraries. You make a fortune and then you decide to spend it on benefiting people toward the end of your life. This is a U.S. Coast and Geodetics survey marker. Put here in 1934. And damaging it will give you a $250 fine or imprisonment. Elevation above mean sea level. But I don't see where it actually gives you the how many feet. Anyway, it has been 35 minutes. If you came in after the last time I told people, when the video is done, make certain that you come back to the video and put in the hashtag summer heat. That will be your opportunity to enter one of the 2 giveaways I'll have next. Sunday, I thought about just canceling next Sunday, but I thought I would. Next Sunday is the third birthday since my father's passing, and it's been a little bit of a weird time because of that, but friend said the best way to do that is to do something that your parent who has passed away would have appreciated. And well, my dad was very much a businessman. He was a lot like Carnegie in a way, because he was, about giving back to the community. So next Sunday, I will have 2 giveaways. I will pick 5 people from the random comment picker for if you put hashtag summer heat in there, and then have some sort of race. I don't pay for the duck race, so it's going to limit which races are available to me, but I do not know what this building originally was. It is marked as the Hinckley building up front. It was built in 1890. And there is a fire escape fully extended. You can see the counterweight on there that would have helped to lower it. There's one of the banks in town. We did have a Wells Fargo here in town, but they closed it because Wells Fargo has not been financially well off since their little scandal that they had a few years back. So they've been consolidating to try to that building there was originally a bank. Then it was owned by the phone company, which is why you have the cell tower behind it. And then it became a State Farm agent. And up front on the first floor, these buildings will have businesses. The second floor, like on this one and this one over here, will have apartments. And this brownish colored one, the one that's been painted brown, was originally before Ma Bell was broke up. That was a phone company. And then I don't know what it became in the interim between the phone company. The company I work for used to own both these buildings, and one of my coworkers lived on the second floor of that one. That's now a print shop. And I know Quickstar was holding interviews here for hiring purposes before they opened. So I don't know what's currently in that business. B.R. Williams is saying hello. No, Love Rules. Hello. So Love Rules must be here, and Turbo Toys is here. Yep, there's Love Rules. All the way from Japan. 14 hours in my future. He has yet to send me the lottery numbers, so I know what numbers to pick before they occur, but I don't think time zones work that way. So this used to be a building here that we're standing in, and then they made it into a parking lot that Iowa Trust owns and provides an easement to allow people to park here. We put up these barriers, put up a fence, and there's a mural on the other side, which was the side we were walking down before. What do I see on the ground? Stones, rocks, bits of brick, cigarette butts. Dusty Knuckles is here. I have not heard from Dusty Knuckles in ages. He is down in New Orleans. There is the mural, which is done in segments, trying to show various aspects of the town. And Mrs. Kayak Williams is here, or Mrs. Kayak 7 Seas. I was reading the original one off of Evil Arch Conservatives post. So when this video is finished, make sure you go back and type summer heat, because we're almost done with it. And then next week I will do an in-house chat and have 2 giveaways, one of which will be based on the comment. Yes, I am pretending the town has people in it. It really does. You just have to be here at the right time, and 8 in the morning is not it. Even the churches don't have services this early. That empty lot there used to be a building, and it got torn down, and the property is owned by the Mexican restaurant, who envisioned paving all that there and putting in outdoor dining. But they have plenty of business. I'm not sure if finances just was a problem and COVID didn't help anybody. Where the Farmers Mutual Insurance is currently standing used to be a 2-story building, but it was actually leaning into the neighboring building. And when they tore that down, access to the 2nd floor above the salon, they had to build this here to provide a stairwell to get up there. And we have Emerald Isle. In case you're wondering why there's an Irish flag with a tattoo needle in the middle, that is our local tattoo artist. They had originally been located over in I've showed this place before. It's a rather large, sprawling, originally the high school for town, and then became the junior high when they built the new high school. Then they expanded the new high school to include the junior high, and then sold off the junior high to private owners, and they filled it with businesses initially, and then with apartments in the upper floors, and then all the businesses left, so I'm not sure. And they've closed off all the parking areas, so I'm not sure what's happening with that building now. And this business in between is one of the 2 local It's not, it's, what's the term I want? You can go in there and get custom t-shirts and logos put onto sweatshirts and t-shirts. And I think this one does all pressed images, whatever they call that. The other one in town, which is along the U.S. Highway, Main Street, does embroidered t-shirts and sweatshirts. We are at 45 minutes. I think I am going to leave it at that. Go out and enjoy yourself today. If you have time, make sure you check up the other lives that are happening on Sunday morning. I still have not seen notifications roll through for Bernardo Rob, so I don't know if FL Thunder Digging with Rob is having his live this morning or not. But I know that Marlon will be having his live. He's going to be sharing photographs of summer finds from treasure hunting that subscribers have sent in, as well as his traditional 3 or 4 giveaways. Yes, it's pancake o'clock. Long-standing joke for people who have been around on my channel lives for a while is I'd always excuse myself because it was time to go make pancakes. So, I hope you find something of value that enriches your life today. Whether that's picking a lock you've never picked before, or you go magnet fishing, pull up something that you have no idea what you just found, but you love it. Or dig something out of the ground. Or go bottle digging, which is sort of the same as digging something out of the ground, I guess, as I didn't specify metal detecting. Oh, I forgot to bring my side battery. I am out of juice. So I will end this before the phone ends it. Take care, everyone. Make sure when this is done that you go down to the comments and put in #SummerHeat. I'll give you a clue. Next week's other giveaway will be Cool Fall. So, till then, take care, and we will see you soon.